morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and watching. For context, it's Friday the 17th of May 2024. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing my morning run. I hope you've got something good planned for yourself and your family, if that's appropriate, this weekend. Perhaps start with a park run. Remember, in New South Wales, in the city, some of them start at 7 o'clock. Ours here in Goulburn starts at 8 o'clock. Other states, the time varies, but people would love to see you out. I'm on the Bungonia Rd, as you can probably see by this sign up ahead. It says Bungonia, turn left 2k ahead, and that's what we're going to do. Well, that's what I'm going to do. This is going east of Goulburn. And I've chosen to run this route this morning and just filmed this section of it. To get here, I've already run 4k, and so, as the sign says, I turn left 2k's, that'll be 6. And I've chosen to run this section, to film this section of the run, to give you an idea again of what 2k looks like. Now, I probably could have chosen a better morning because it's nice and foggy down here. So right now, you're probably not seeing too far ahead. Talking of park run, in some places they now have a junior park run, which I believe is run on a Sunday, and I think that's for children under 11, because otherwise over 11s can of course register and join the adult park run. The junior park runs, where they exist, they're 2k's. So if you could find one in your area and you wanted your children who are under 11s to start having a go at park run, having a go at running, the junior park run might be a good place to start. We have quite a few children who do our local Goulburn park run. And in fact, last week there was a young girl, I thought she was 10, 11 or 12, something like that, running, and a couple of points along the track in the last 2k where I tried to pass her, and she just put on an extra burst of speed and was determined she wouldn't be passed, and she finished up 27 something, as did I, a few seconds behind her. That was a PB for her, so I don't know her, but I was really happy for her, really proud of her, just sticking to it and having the grit, determination, whatever you want to call it, to just keep going. I was really hoping that we got to the top of this hill and it'd be nice and clear and you'd be able to see well and truly more than 2k. The road is pretty straight and goes on for about 4k's that you can see out to the airport, but you can see the fog has not lifted yet. I've run this road a few times, this direction and going back, and it's generally not too bad. There are places like the sections coming up very shortly where either there is no shoulder or it's very narrow, and that's a problem because there's your cars going past, and if you're going in both directions at the same time, there's nowhere for you to go. That's especially the case when you go over the Hume Highway or Hume Motorway overpass, which I'm going to do in a moment. Now you can see there's a white line and a bit of a shoulder I'm running in at the moment. You can see those dual carriageways off on the left there. And you can see how the road, well, it doesn't narrow, but the shoulder is almost non-existent here. And if there's a car coming both ways, then there's really nowhere for you to go. Fortunately, that's not the case this morning, so I'm okay. Now it widens out again a bit. And you've got a bit of space away from the cars. As you not to suggest that I think any motorist would deliberately cause me a problem, but they do build along here. Speed limit along here is 80k's at the moment. I feel sure some of these cars are going faster than that. And if you come around a bend, especially on a foggy morning like this, there's some lunatic running that you didn't expect to see, it can all get a bit tricky. Excuse me. Running obviously is a physical activity, and your body has to have the physical capacity and the fuel to do what you want it to do, whether it's do this 2k's or 10k's or whatever it is that your distance is. You have to have the physical things to be able to do it, and you have to have the fuel. The other thing is the psychological aspect, and it's a bit like that little girl I was talking about. Perhaps she didn't realise it and wasn't conscious that she was doing it, but as well as perhaps drawing on her physical reserves, who's drawing on the psychological reserves to say, this old bloke behind me, he's not going to get past me, he's not going to beat me. And she just kept pushing on. Now at this stage in a run, coming up, you can see that white car's just come out of. That's almost a turnaround point. 96, less than 6 k's in. So I've done park run plus a bit, plus one extra. So I'm still feeling physically pretty good. No part of the body is starting to rattle and squeak like an old jalopy, and the mind is still pretty good. Well, good. I'm not at the point of thinking, gee, this is getting hard. It's not to suggest it's easy, but I'm certainly not at the point of saying, oh, I don't know if I can go anymore. I feel like I want to stop. I feel like I want to walk or something. Yeah. When people talk about resilience, for example, the ability to bounce back from adversity or a setback, I guess that's a kind of feature of running, the ability to bounce back or keep going in the face of difficult circumstances or adversity. Now I'm turning onto Mountain Ash Road here, and just up ahead where you can see that car parked is the motorcycle memorial, which is the memorial to the first motorcycle Grand Prix held in Australia, I think in about 1924. So they're commemorating 100 years of it this year in June. We just passed the 6k, by the way. So there's your 2k distance. I'll go around the memorial here and then come back in the direction I started, going back towards Goulburn. I think I've shown you this before. This is the memorial here. There are some more plaques and information there and there. So this is Mountain Ash Road, or the Bungonia Road. It takes you to the village of Bungonia. And that's the 6k done. So thank you for watching. Didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, but nevertheless, thank you for watching.